So another day of competition done, this time in the Manufacturers Series, and another winner. Actually, rather the same winner, Mercedes-Benz being the first team ever to get back-to-back victories in the Manufacturers Series. And now we're going to go and poke some people and talk to them and see what they thought about it. Martin, I know you're mid-sandwich, mate. Can you do us a favour and get rid of that? We'll have a little chat with you. Go on, get out. No rest for the wicked. So, up and down for you guys. First race, tell us about that. Really strong performance from you. Did you expect to come away with the win?
Absolutely, because I
confidence.
Well, the minute I get on P1 and get the top 6 qualifier done, I get the lap in, I was just happy at that point. So when we got into the race, obviously the first half a lap, a bit sketchy because everyone's close, but after that I just got in this zone, and it's a zone I don't get into very often, but when I do, I just fly.
The Grady zone.
Yes, yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take the
I like that.
zone.
I had an image of you sitting there with a cup of tea next to you, like, oh, yeah, nice comfy cup of tea, and there you go.
I love that, to be honest with you. Can we have that in the next live event?
I reckon we can. We can sort that out, can't we? Are you watching? All right. So, second race.
Yes.
Not quite as good. I noticed the free stop. Was that the strategy, or was that a mistake?
No, that was originally the strategy. So we'd worked out in practice that we could go quicker with the 3-stop. But we evaluated it when we came out anyway, and then we were behind the Peugeot at that point. It was like, we're going to have to do something anyway, so we'll carry on with the strategy, carry on with the plan. Didn't work out, we weren't as quick as we expected, so it just turned out the way it was. But we're still happy as a team, because to win a race at a live event is hard enough anyway. So first pole, exactly, yeah, I was amazed. I literally had water coming down my eyes because I was so happy.
I saw you there, like grinning like an idiot. Like, it was fantastic. Well, Martin, thank you so much. Congrats on the first pole and the one race win. And I'll let you get back to your sandwich.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So that was. I don't want to disturb his sandwiching any further. I think we'll try and cut around a bit because we've got to see red shirts now. Reminds me of Star Trek a bit, actually. We'll see if we can pop round. Mr. Wilk! Hello! Welcome to the show. You're on the show whether you want to be or not. We thought at one point Ford were on for a really good result, and then we realised you had yet to pit. How do you think the race went for you guys in general?
Probably as best as it could go.
Yeah.
We always had a fuel problem. We're always very thirsty on fuel, so we're trying to manage that in the first stint. So Audi was holding up to Aston, and we had a bit of a train going on there. But it was a good battle. I hope it was on TV.
A lot of it was on there, I can tell you that. First race, of course. What's it like racing in these wet conditions? Do you like it as an addition? What do you reckon?
It's definitely very good because I like it to be a tough challenge for the driver. So you get the best drivers doing the best results in that situation. So we had a good battle with the Mercedes there for a bit. And we went the best MR car, but I thought 5th was a good result in that race.
So I'll tell you what, this new format, it's a bit different, isn't it? It's not quite the same as we're used to. What do you guys make of it? Do you prefer it? You reckon you prefer the old format?
I think this format's good, but I think we should have minimum laps for the third driver because I think a few guys maybe only had a couple laps altogether. So I think we should maybe increase or have a minimum amount of laps for the third driver.
Well, we saw, I think it was Peugeot, they had in the first race 1 lap for the driver, so you're right there. And thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations, and look at this. Give me one of these with like commentary on it. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Right, this could be good. Can we borrow you, Taka? So this is Taka. You might know him by a different name. I'll translate to Sam. And we also have Toyo Yamanaka here. Of course, the... how do we say? I called you feral on the broadcast. Wild, because of how fast you were. How do you just tap into this zone? You just go, poof, and suddenly you're going a second a lap faster than anyone around you.
やっぱり常に全力でレースしないといけなくて、でそれの練習を積み重ねてきたものっていうのを本番のレースで出すようにしていて、そうですね。あとは自分に自信を持って走ることっていうのを心がけています。
So you just really have to give your very best under all conditions, and what you do during practice is what you want to do in the real race, and you just have to be confident that in your skills and your ability, and just give it all you got.
Now, this isn't the first time you've been on the podium, and not the first time you've had a great result here at Salzburg. What does it mean for you to be able to come back and consistently perform well?
難しい質問ですね。そうですね。やっぱりどんな時でも本当に全力でレースをすることっていうのが自分のポリシーなので、みんなを追い抜いていく、誰よりも早く走るっていうことが その自分においての、レースにおけるポリシーなので、本当にそれを、自分の中で必ず実践できるようにいつも、レースしています。
Yeah, so I mean, it's my policy to go all out at all times, and to pass the other guys and go faster. It's just my policy, and it's just my job to execute that.
Well, thank you so much for being an absolute joy to watch. I look forward to seeing more of you in the next round.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that was really nice. We were very fortunate to run into Taka there when we did for the translation. I tell you who I want to find very quickly. I can see him over here. Coque Lopez. He made a comment about falling asleep in a pit stop, which I thought was very interesting. I see you avoiding my eye. It's okay. I'll get you next time. Don't worry. See if I can butt in here. He's speaking right now. This is Alberto Perez. He's one of the Spanish commentators, and these guys have a very loud conversation half the time. I'll see if I can just interrupt. Okay, hello. Sorry to interrupt your conversation. What you got there? So we're just doing a little bit now for our little after show. I wanted to ask you, because we listened to some of your team radio at some point about fuel, and you said, I could just fall asleep here. So fuel did not quite go the way you wanted to?
I think the BMB's the worst Calabas fuel were. So we just knew that we have nothing to do in this race. No, not at all, because it was fast, the BMB, but then in the pit we refueled like much more liters than the others, so we knew that even pushing a lot we would be like 10 seconds slower in the pit. So I just said, like joking, that we could sleep a little bit while refueling.
Well, yeah, it gave us a laugh up on the box anyway. Something else I wanted to ask you is there was a very near crash moment, and tell us what happened there, because I think I know what happened, but tell us how that happened.
I was just behind the Mercedes and I was on not fresh but soft tires. So even with the tire wear I was still faster than the Mercedes on hard. So I just tried to be in front of them, because if I didn't overtake there, then I won't be able to overtake in the straight, because BMB has a low top speed. So I just tried to brake later, but then I didn't realize that Aston was in front with hards, because Aston was like a bit far, like 1.5 seconds in front of us. So I just tried to brake late, but as they were in hard, then they brake like earlier. So I just then tried to avoid the contact, because obviously if it was my mistake, I didn't want to crash into them and then to make them lose a lot of time. So I just tried to avoid it as clean as possible, and finally it was not bad at all for them.
I tell you what, you did a good job. I would have crashed there, so good job, man. Thank you so much, Coque. Go have your crisps. Get in there and disturb that. He's so happy with his crisps, look at him. We'll have one more. I've just seen him walk in. Lewis, come on, mate, over here. Yeah, he didn't like it. So, Lewis, great first race.
Yeah.
Second race, what happened, mate?
It's just one of those things. Like, to be honest, it's like a freak accident, because we just looked at the replay on that rig there, and I'm like following the Porsche line for line. The difference was my rear wheel hit the Astro first, and the Porsche went front forward. So once your rear goes, you hit Astro, snap left, snap right, gone. And yeah, never mind.
Yeah, it's one of those things I can imagine being quite frustrating, especially when you're on that soft tire at the start. I want to really push now, and then that happens. I mean, outside of that, Peugeot came here, had they're a strong car. I think could have come away maybe a podium if things had gone okay. Will you be trying to bring it back next time?
We'll see how things go. We were struggling for top end a bit on the Kimmel Straight, so I think we might have got freight trained a bit anyway in the race, because people can pass us quite easily and we can't get past as easily as they can. But we're really happy with the wet race. I'm happy with how I did in top 6. I was like, I'm going to be last, but it didn't end up going that way. And yeah, the wet race pretty much went to plan.
Well, Lewis, thank you so much for talking to us. I hope we see you again next time. Good to see you back at one of these events. I think it's about enough. What do you reckon? I think so. Well, hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you did, of course, do all the good stuff in comments or wherever you are. And join us tomorrow for the Nations Cup version of our little walkabout. Take care.